Hi, Beetle Eddie here. I want to talk about today. Um, I saw a guy on YouTube that wa he's a rapper. As a profession, he's a rapper. I don't know who he is. Never saw him before. But he has a channel. And he was listening to Abbey Road for the first time and reviewing it. Sometimes I like, watching people that never, that don't know anything about the Beatles, listening to the Beatles and having the reaction. And he played the whole entire album, song after song, and talked about each song. It's interesting. It was over an hour video. And well, when the first song got on, I said he's a rapper. He doesn't know anything about the Beatles. Young guy, this generation. He doesn't know anything at all about the Beatles. Never heard them before in their life. And it's the first time he listens to Abbey Road. The first album he listens to is the last album they made. And don't get me wrong, it's probably one of the best. It is one of the best. But, so he's listening to it, and the first song comes on, Come Together. He liked it very much. And then the second song, and he said, was that John Lennon singing? He didn't even know who's singing. He says, was that John Lennon? Then the second song comes on, Something, George Harrison, and he really liked that a lot, even much more than Come Together. Now, if you remember that Come Together and Something was a double single. It came out as a double single. And, Lennon and McCartney said that Something's the best song of the album. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, he really liked Something a lot. And he said, was that Lennon? He doesn't know who's singing. I said, no, it's not Lennon. Then Maxwell Silverhammer comes on. And he kind of didn't like that. He didn't like that song. Which is interesting because the rest of the Beatles also didn't really like it so much. At least I don't think they did. And there's so much rehearsing with that song. But he said, what was that about? Like a funny song? He didn't get it too well. Then when Old Darling came on, he said, oh, we're back. Now we're back. We're back to the good stuff. Then Octopus's Garden comes on, and he said he liked that. He likes it. He reminds him, Maxwell Silverhammer and Octopus's Garden reminds him of SpongeBob music. He said, I wonder if SpongeBob is the guy who created SpongeBob was a Beatle fan. He said I liked the Octopus's Garden better than that other one. He really didn't like Maxwell Silverhammer. And then he says, how's it going to be? Maybe you guys could tell me. It's going to be like a serious song and then a funny song and then a serious song and then a funny song. That'll be throughout the whole album like that? And I'm saying to myself, no. Then I Want You, She's So Heavy. He really liked that a lot. Then what happened? Side 2. Here Comes the Sun. And he said, that was he says that was like heartwarming, that song. It's like a happy song, make you feel good. then son, because he went crazy from because, and then the melodies caught his under Sun King, and he started to say that was there not a break between the songs? And you missed it. You never heard of a melody? But anyway, so Sun King melody came on, and then you never gave me your money. I don't think you liked that so much. You never give me your money. This happens to be one of my favorite songs on the album. So then he started saying, then he said something that's very interesting. Before Ringo even had the drum solo at the end, he says, that drummer, he's talking about Ringo, that drummer, he's really good. He was like, that drummer is like tight. Using his language, whatever. He really was impressed by the drummer. And, there it goes, Some people say Ringo is not such a great drummer as compared to the other drummers that, that do the 20-minute drum solos. Because Ringo doesn't do that. But here, this guy, a young guy, who knows nothing about rock and roll, nothing about the Beatles, is saying that drummer is like good. And, that's impressive. And he said it more than once. Said it a few times. Then when Ringo had the drum solo in the end, he was very impressed. So there it is. And Ringo himself used to say, it's not how much you drum that makes you a good drummer. It's how much you know not to drum in a song. So that's it. So he did the whole album, and he said, I'm a Beatle fan now. Never heard the Beatles in his life. So I'm happy that we're getting some young Beatle fans. The more the merrier. And you should listen to other Beatle albums. Maybe he'll do other reviews. Maybe he should do an early Beatle album, see the difference in that. Okay, so anyway, that's all I got to talk about today. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.